Are you planning to sell your home? Before you pick up a sledgehammer or call a contractor, let me ask you this. What if some of the fixes you're thinking about won't actually help sell your home and could even cost you more than you'll probably get back? In this video, I'm breaking down the surprising things you should not fix if you're thinking about selling in the near future and some easy updates that will really make your home stand out. So you don't spend money on things that won't pay off. Let's dive in. You might be surprised by what makes the list. First off, don't bother replacing older doors. Unless they're falling apart or someone kicked them in and there's a big hole, definitely want to replace that. That is not a good look. But most of the time, they just need a little love. Fresh coat of paint and some hardware can completely refresh them. Trust me, no buyer is going to walk away because the doors aren't brand new or high end. Next, let's talk windows. Unless they're cracked, don't replace them. Just make sure they open, lock, and don't have peeling paint. If a buyer is deciding between two homes, they are likely going with the home they like, and that decision won't be solely on windows as long as both homes have windows in working order. Next, roofs. If yours is older but it doesn't leak, replacing it is not necessary. Instead, have a roofer check it out. Maybe he needs to do some repairs and then certify that it's in good shape. You can show that certification to buyers and it'll put their minds at ease. Next, unfinished rooms. If you've got an unfinished basement and you are selling in a short period of time, leave it as is. Finishing it is going to cost a lot of money, and in the short term, you probably won't get it all back. Just make sure it's clean, dry, and doesn't smell musty. Put a dehumidifier down there and maybe paint it with a coat of Kills. Also, skip any major renovations or additions. Expanding a bedroom or adding a new room might sound nice, but it's not going to be worth it if you're planning to sell soon. Same goes for a pool. Pools are great if you want to put them in for your own enjoyment, but the value appraisers place on them is not near what they cost to install. Now that we've covered what not to fix, let's talk about what you should focus on. And here's the good news, it's pretty simple stuff. You just want to add a few things that will update and make your home look more upscale. First up, paint. It is hands down the easiest and cheapest way to freshen up your home. Stick to neutral colors, grays, white, soft beiges. It makes the space feel clean, modern, move in ready. Don't forget the ceilings, and if needed, the baseboards. If there's marks and scratches that you can't get off by a good cleaning, then paint those. And use the same color theme throughout the house. It makes for a nice flow. When rooms are all a different color, it makes the home look chopped up. So, for purposes of selling, when you paint, use a consistent color. And we all know that how you live in a house day to day is different than when you are selling your house and having buyers come through. Next, let's head to the kitchen. You don't need a full remodel, which could be a lot of money, at least 20,000 or probably more. Unless there's major damage, work with what you've got. Paint the cabinets if they're looking tired. Swap out old handles and drawer pulls for something sleek and modern. For example, I saw these handles on Amazon. They look great. They're stick on, so very easy to apply. Something like that immediately upgrades a kitchen. And if your sink is old and dingy, replace that. Also, one of those fancy kitchen faucets is really noticeable, and it adds an upscale look. These small updates can make your kitchen feel brand new without spending a fortune. Same idea in the bathroom. Small upgrades that pack a punch. Replace outdated fixtures, add a new shower curtain, bath mat, and make sure everything's sparkling clean. Buyers love a bathroom that looks well maintained and fresh. And pay attention to scent. Maybe some wax melts or candles in there, just, not too overpowering. And floors are another area where you can make a big impact without going overboard. If you have hardwood, great. If it's in bad shape, there's services like sandless floor finishing that's not quite as expensive, and it doesn't create a mess. If you have carpet or vinyl that is worn out, replace it with affordable options. You don't want to go with something like hardwood if selling is in the near future. If your flooring is fine as is, maybe has a couple of stains, just give it a really good cleaning or polish and you're good to go. As far as what repairs to make, think about getting a pre-listing inspection. It is such a smart move. It'll point out what actually needs fixing. So you can repair the little things ahead of time, disclose what you are not fixing, and when buyers see that you've already had an inspection done, it builds trust. Might even encourage them to skip their own inspection, which can make the process of getting the settlement a whole lot smoother. At the end of the day, selling your home doesn't mean going overboard with expensive upgrades. You want to work with what you have as much as possible because an expensive upgrade right before you sell is not going to pay for itself. If there is large scale damage to the point that a sale will be impacted, then yes, those type of things need to be addressed. But for the most part, the focus should be on simple, smart updates that make your home look clean, fresh, well maintained. Buyers love a home they can move into without a long to do list. And I know this all sounds overwhelming, deciding what things to address, but you don't need to do it alone. I'm here. I'm just a call away. And also, we put together a checklist of things to do to get your home ready for the market. That link is meetmeinthepanhandle.com/market prep. And also, I did another video, how to make your home look expensive on a budget. So there's some good tips there, inexpensive things that make a difference. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe. If you hit the little bell, you'll be notified when the next one comes up. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll be back next week.